afternoon, everyone. This is the first time I'll be doing a video like this. Right now I'm driving. I know I have a whole lot to share. I have experiences and various aspects of life. I have a whole lot to share, and I know that with my wealth of experience in life, I will be able to impact young women, or even women that are within my age range or even older than me, that probably hasn't or somehow gone through what I have been through. Now I'm going to start this way. My name is Omolola Philip Opokoro. My maiden name is Babatunde. So a lot of people know me as Omolola Babatunde, and those are people that have been in my life before I got married. And now a whole lot more people since in the last 8 years know me as Omolola Philip Opokoro. Don't ask me about the compound name. That's how I wanted it. Anyway, so we can always talk about that maybe later. But now, as Omolola, I'm obviously over 30. I clocked 37 this year, and it's remarkable. A lot of people say I look my age. Some say I look younger than my age, but all glory to God. I believe looking good is good business. So if you have to create a first impression, your first impression is your looks. So I am of the opinion that you should first of all look neat, clean, presentable. Your clothes has to be ironed, washed well, and all of this. So first things first, that's what you look out for. Of course, when you're smiling, your dentition must be clean. So those are, very important things I pay attention to. So now, today I would like to speak on health. And I say health because a lot of women, I don't know if it's because of the gender, or I just somehow, we're kind of oblivious when it comes to health. And I remember as far back as I was in my 300 level, and I remember that my monthly period changed, and I wondered, it just changed. I normally would have my period within 3 days, and then it's gone. 3 days flow and it's gone, and I'm done for the month and all of that. And of course, since I started my period at the age of 12, I noticed that way, because I noticed it. I don't want to go into that story. I'll just talk about that maybe much later. But then I would like to, so I've noticed how my period flow was, but then there was a change when I was in my 300 level, and that was I was about 23 at the time. So I noticed that it became 4 or 5 days, it became heavier. I'll wear tampon alongside, I'll still wear a sanitary pad, and then I get to change more. So I really didn't, I just left it like, okay, maybe it's one of those things, that happens. But then I remember now on this day in 2010, I was prepping for. Before then, I noticed that when I lay down, because I was a very slim woman, very slim. I was about a size 8. So when I lay down on my back, just lying down on my bed, I noticed a bulge. I noticed a bulge at the lower side of my tummy. And I'm wondering, what is this bulge? So I press on it, and I'm like, what is this thing that is here? But first, in my own knowledge, I saw it as maybe I need to go to the restroom, and then I haven't used the toilet in a day or two, so most likely that's why I have that bulge. But I don't know how come I never thought, about that. I've been hearing fibroid, but I never thought that. I don't even know, but somehow I just didn't think that that's probably what I saw, what I had at the time. So I remember this period, I think it was between September, either August or September. We're prepping for a friend's sister's wedding. And of course, in 2010, then I was at finished service, so I was about 25. So around that age, that's when we go for, we are bridesmaids, and all of that, the chicks of the wedding and everything. So my friend had called me, my friend Ladonton, we met during NYSC, and then she had called me, that she wants me to be one of the bridal train for her sister. I'm like, oh yay, well, we'll be there and all of that. So then, the day I was meant to travel to Ibadan for the whole thing, a night before, like 2 days before rather, this pain was horrible, because when I'm about to have my period, I know that I always have these terrible cramps. So I had this pain, I could barely even stand, so I just managed myself to our family hospital. And then on getting to the family hospital, the doctor, don't let me say anything about that doctor, very nasty man, but he knows what he's doing. So he examined me, and then touched my tummy. I was like, so we'll send you for uterine scan. I said, okay. I said, with the examination, you have a fibroid. I said, fibroid? He said, why are you acting as if you don't know that you have fibroid? Uncle, this news you are giving me, I am shocked. And you are telling me that, why am I acting as if I don't know? Hello? I don't know. So I was like, okay. So he said, I said, so what will happen? He said, we'll send you for uterine scan, and then we'll just to ascertain how big, let's know, and then you most likely have, and it just more like dropped the news on me, and I'm like, okay. So I went for the scan. When I got there, the scan, remembering and talking about all of this right now, I just know that there are lots of women, they're probably going around with a huge fibroid in their uterus, and they don't even know that it is there, because they never noticed any changes, or they probably never had any pain or whatever. And then, to cut the long story short, I had to go through a major surgery. So first off, I went into depression. Like, what's going on? How? Then I started digging. I started reading. I read a whole lot about uterine fibroid, the surgery. Oh my goodness. I read. In fact, I can perform the surgery in my head, not being a medical doctor, but just telling you how much I had to read. So I went on for surgery and I removed fibroid. Of course, in Nigeria, one man wants to hear that you have removed fibroid. First off, 50% chance of giving birth. That would be the first thought that will come to their mind. So then I had to now battle that, because at 25, the next thing is for me to get married now, Abby. I was done with school. I was working at the time. And then, what are we going to do about this one now? I've removed the fibroid. Thankfully, the surgery was successful. Story for another day on the surgery. But then, the fibroid was huge in my very small body. Huge is as huge as, even though I didn't really have much tummy, because you will never even notice, but it was as huge as maybe about 6-month-old pregnancy. Thank you. So I'm at the mall. I just got to the mall. So I just got my official card this week. So I want to buy pizza for the team, just to celebrate them, to say thank you. Because call it washing of car. So I'm trying to wash the car for them. Trying to wash the car, so I'm at the mall. But anyways, so of course there's a whole lot attached to that. I had to battle the whole, having to, how am I going to find a man now that will be ready to accept me the way I am? And, you guessed, I found one. Sorry.
Take you to the shop. Love that's me. Let's turn her into something she love me.
There's a lot of driving lesson here. Trying to park. That's it. It's right here. Okay, so I'm off. I want to go and buy the pizza and we'll come back to our story. Thank you.